BRUCAST is back, baby.
So I ask you, why Dan Schneider is a creep guy? What the fuck's happening?
So long story short, he was the producer for a lot of the Nickelodeon shows, but what was found out was that he would have the children actors at the time. One of them was Ariana Grande, like doing like a lot of them. It's very weird because he had a weird thing with feet. So a lot of the time he would have the children always showing their feet when it had nothing to do with the script. He would take photos of them as well without like consent kind of thing, without
What?
obviously parents knowing, or it wasn't even when the people like the adults on set were like, why is this being done? And he would have them saying like doing certain innuendos in the TV show that was just inappropriate for children. It wasn't needed, and he tried to pass it off as like creative. And then when he got found out, when obviously it's come out and people have spoken out, like I think Drake Bell, I think that's his name.
From Drake and Josh.
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Drake and Josh.
yeah.
They're saying because there was another producer who got jailed that I think was doing inappropriate stuff. He got jailed, and I think Drake from Drake and Josh was the victim, I believe. So a lot of the environment was extremely toxic and shouldn't have been going on. And there was a documentary that came out, I think, a few days ago, where one of the I think adults now that used to be, I think, on set was interviewing Snyder, excuse me, and he was just basically passing. He wasn't really sorry. He was just like passing it off, like saying, "Yeah, I did that. It was embarrassing. I shouldn't have done that." And it didn't really show that he was like genuinely had any remorse, kind of to a degree, what he's done, and he hasn't gone to the victims to apologize or try to amend anything. So it was a very bizarre thing that's been going on. And obviously, when I mentioned the stuff about he had some infatuation with feet, apparently the Nickelodeon logo back then was a foot. So
Because
you
of him?
can't make it. No. It was just an orange foot logo, but it was a foot, and people thought nothing of it. Like, but then now they're piecing all the stuff together. They're like, what's going on? Like, it's just weird. It's very weird. And but you hear about all these like weird stuff in Hollywood and producers and stuff where nothing's ever just normal on a TV set or a movie set. There's always like allegations or stuff that come out, and it's weird. Yeah, it's Hollywood and that type of environment seems to be very, very weird,
So
to
he
say the
was
least.
taking pictures of children's feet,
The actors and stuff.
the
Yeah,
actor, without their consent?
yeah. As far as we know, he was just doing that, and those were for his private like pictures, whatever. It's not like he was using them and then they were like for the promotion of a show or something. You know what I mean? Like something. It's just like he's taking them, and that didn't need to be done. So their parents didn't know, and all that type of weird stuff. And yeah, there's so much more, but I didn't cover. There's so much more that was going on, but yeah, it was just because I heard rumors about these stuff, I think from last year, but because no one came out to talk about it, like the actors at the time, it was just passed off as just rumors. And yeah, that's just what happens on TV show sets. But no, it's not. Those type of stuff shouldn't be going on. So
Yeah, especially with kids around. Come on, you don't do those sexual stuff. Come on, if you have your fetish, that's great. Do it behind closed door with adults who consent to it, right?
yeah,
Damn. So for how long did you work at Nickelodeon? Do you know?
I think it was. I think for those shows, I think it was for like 5 years. But he was recently, I think, producing another show for Nickelodeon, but I think it just finished this year. So even though these allegations was going on, he was still allowed to work and stuff. So
That's creepy. That's
yeah,
that's creepy. And as you said, it's not the first creepy story from this genre that I hear coming out of Hollywood. I don't want to generalize, of course. I'm sure there's like bad apples in every type of profession, right?
mm,
And same way there are good cops, bad cops. There's good Hollywood producers. There's bad Hollywood producers. But it's not the first time I hear this type of story.
yeah, it seems to be kind of frequent when it
Yeah.
really shouldn't be. It's just like, oh, another one. Like it's and to a degree that's why it is good, the rise of social media as well, because it allows people to voice their opinion and share it to the world instantly when something crazy is going, because back then social media wasn't really a thing. So when
Yeah.
these type of stuff was going on, it's like, no, be quiet. Or, oh, what was going on as well, when people spoke out, they were saying their career would be threatened. So if like the adults on the set was saying this is a bit inappropriate or weird, their careers were kind of threatened, like you wouldn't really work again. So that's why it was very silent back then. But I think now, because the environment social media is with, it allows more people to speak out, and when something is shouldn't be going on is going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Phew. Isn't the Me Too movement from Hollywood? It came from this.
Yeah, that I think that came about 2018 or 9, I'm not sure. It might have been 2020. It's a recent kind of thing, but yeah, that the Me Too movement type of thing came about. You know who I think was the first one that got quotation hit with the Me Too?
Who?
Um, you know the brother, Spider-Man 3, the actor that plays Goblin, Green Goblin.
I know
Not
his
not
face.
the old guy, the son.
Oh yeah. Of course I know, and of course I forgot his name.
Franco, something
Yeah, yeah,
Franco.
something Franco. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he was
Yeah,
dating Amber Heard, right? The
yeah. At one point, yeah, he was doing, I think, inappropriate stuff or touching inappropriately the actresses on film sets or something like that.
James
Or
Franco.
James Franco. Yeah.
What? He was
And then
touching
I think,
the actress?
yeah, I think there was like either it was girl, I think it was, sorry, it was women that was going for roles in movies, and I think he was moving inappropriate with them and whatnot, and that had come out. I think he was one of the first where the Me Too movement got momentum, I believe, because that was the first one kind of I had heard of. And then obviously it allowed more people to speak out. If certain produce, they're like, oh yeah, that producer was, and then it gained momentum, because I think people don't want to speak out because essentially it's a person that's not as famous going up against a celebrity. The celebrity has money, better lawyers, and it makes it, even though the victim telling the truth, they have a better defense, and it just makes it where the person doesn't want to go against the celeb.
Hmm. Yeah, makes totally sense. If you're starting out and you want to get famous and they tell you like that's how the game goes, that's how you play the game, like that's what I should do in order to get famous. If I need to sleep with you to get
Mm.
famous, then I do it. I guess they are manipulated into it for sure. Of course, they're manipulated into it. Damn. But James, come on. Get your act together, man.